Hey, Gutfoxx here. So let's talk about the changes to Diamond Dynasty this year. There was a variety of positives with the one behind me, the new mini season modes, probably being the biggest positive change that we've seen in the game year over year with Diamond Dynasty. Obviously, there's like a gameplay and stuff, and we're not talking about that. We're talking just Diamond Dynasty. Is it kind of an L though? Is some of the changes kind of like weird and different, and we don't know why they are so awful at some points, but so good at others? Is it headed down like the 2K, Madden, FIFA route where it's more pay to win? These are the questions we're going to talk about during the video. So we'll be live, obviously, streaming this tonight, basically every day now. So check us out at twitch.tv/Gutfoxx. But the single player mode, which is the mini seasons, as you see on your screen, it's got those. It's going to be like an 8-team, I guess, mini season, and then you're going to end it with a tournament. And it's kind of cool because you get some rewards for winning. Every single team's going to be populated by random players online's team. It's a little bit like solo battles, but I feel like it's a little better than solo battles since it's not like time gated. You can do it as much as you want, as many games as you want. But the rewards are cool. If you win the championship, you get an 89 Evan Longoria. Every time you do it, you get a championship bundle, 15 the show packs, balling as a habit, along with stubs and in rewards. So it's really cool for like the offline grinders, okay? Now, the offline grinders getting a big bonus is something they've been wanting for years. And they've done a pretty decent job bringing moments into the game, etc., etc., etc. But I do want to talk about some other things before we go into more analysis and my thoughts on it. The collection reward is Randy Johnson, which in my opinion is kind of I thought Chipper last year was kind of an underwhelming choice. I like that we're getting a new legend. I'm surprised Clemente, who I absolutely love, right? Big Pirates fan, one of my favorite players of all time, one of the greatest ball players of all time. I think Frank Thomas is a major L, though. We'll talk about that in a second. Randy Johnson, I feel like I'm going to queue up with Randy Johnson. I'm just going to quit that game. I won't be able to use it for, 4 more games. So it is strange that they brought a pitcher out as that. But I like that they brought like a big name pitcher or a big name new legend and put him there, which is why I'm surprised Clemente didn't get like the NL1 last year as the collection reward. But besides the point, okay? We can look at like Clemente's attributes and stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Clemente right here. It's too bad he doesn't have more speed. He was fast. He just didn't steal a lot of bases and wasn't that effective, which makes sense why his stealing is so low. But incredible fielding, incredible contact. Power, you can get it up a little bit, and it is kind of neat early in the game getting a guy like Clemente, since this card, and he's generally not that good later in the game since like power doesn't really play that well, and by like July you'll have a lot of people with like over 100s everywhere that'll also be like top end speed, especially if we get like a Griffey or something, or a Maze or a Mantle. So it is kind of cool having cards like this that have like quote unquote holes in their game, power, speed, that are traditional huge wants for us Diamond Dynasty fiends, and really, everybody, right? Who doesn't want power and speed? So it is kind of cool getting Clemente. The thing is, like Frank Thomas, like, the reason why I kind of we got him free the last couple years. He's the AL big guy. The AL's gonna be expensive for like Trout and everything over there. I guess the Dodgers are in the NL, but it's just like power, especially at the corners, always plays. So like him coming out later in the year would have been fine too. And I just think Thomas was kind of a boring addition. It's surprising they don't have a lot of legends. Why did they bring like so few legends? Like did only like 80 people play baseball prior to this this current crop of people? Like where is Joe DiMaggio? Why don't you have some of the big names of the previous 120 years? Where's Three Fingered Brown or Mordecai? Or like I don't like, dude. I guess it's Mordecai. Three-fingered Brown, whatever. But anyways, it seems strange that like they're limited for legends. Do they just not have a big budget? Like what happened to all the Xbox money? This is Operation Sports. They did a pretty good breakdown on Diamond Dynasty mini seasons they went over. They changed programs, unfortunately and senselessly. Like last 2 years, they've gotten rid of a little bit of some of the popular things with the game. So like 2 years ago, remember how we used to have like our XP path? And then like for like different 99 overalls or high 90s, like we remember Raleigh a couple years ago, we had the Clayton Kershaw, and then we also had like inning bosses. And last year, like they kind of combined and got rid of those XPs, and it was just kind of inning bosses. Now they've kind of gotten rid of inning bosses, and it's just team affinities, and it feels like it's getting worse and less exciting to grind those things out every time they change them over. Now they're not getting rid of like the XP grind altogether. I think just overall, it's just like, it's weird because it feels like going through these things, And like you can't even get all the team affinities by grinding anymore. Remember last year we got all the team affinities just by grinding it out, just by grinding the divisions. This year they give us 12 out of 30, and some of them are not even choosable. Some of them are no sell too. Like it's kind of cool. We could sell some of them. I prefer sellable guys, but like all those guys who were teased like Trout. Like you open this random pack, this no sell pack, and it's random. You might get stuck with Sean Murphy instead of Mike Trout, and nobody wants Sean Murphy over Mike Trout. Well, okay, there's always some freaks out there, but. Anyways, it's kind of a weird change, and it's definitely a downward slope, and it feels a little bit like something we'd see in their competitors' game. And I fear like the upper management is kind of like creeping in, like, hey man, you can only allow stuff for free. If we didn't give as much, people would buy more packs, and you know what? More packs equals more money. And I worry that like the stalwarts, like the frontline devs and stuff, are trying to fight their best. But you know what? When the boss says something, you got to do what the boss says, because they're the one who cuts the check. And if they ain't cutting you a check, you ain't got a job. So like, I just like, it's not awful. Like the game's not awful. Don't get me wrong. And especially like the bulk of their free stuff and the greatest they came out during the summer last year. We got more in the team affinities. We're just seeing a little bit of a pullback on the team affinities, and it does worry me. Because it's like 2 years in a row now. Whereas like it went from like what, like 8, was it 17 or 8? I think it was 18 with the Immortals, was like one of the worst ultimate team game modes of all time, and then they completely redeemed themselves the next year, and like it just got better and better. And now it feels like some of these things I'm worried. We got like the community, the groundswell, the hate did so well for us, and now this community is gotten so like positive, and everything's sunshine and rainbows, puppies and blowjobs. It's all great, and now they're kind of like going back against it, and they're like, now that they're satisfied, how do we bring in more stuff to make them hate the game a little bit more, and less things that they're so happy? Like they're balancing out the public favor. So it's frustrating to see that like our positivity, it's not checking them, right? You gotta check somebody. Like hockey, right? You can't just skate free down there. You gotta check them. You gotta bring some negativity to know what they're doing wrong, right? You can't be like, yeah, everything you do is great. You walk on water. Good job. No, you gotta let them know this stuff it ain't so cool, man. Get more legends. Why aren't you paying out for more legends? Like, don't be cheap. Madden's got way more legends than you do. Like, you've been awful the last few years. What? Remember when Immortals came in? They brought in so many cool names. Where is that? Where are cool names now? You guys like forgot to do that work? Did the guy that used to go and sign legends, or guy or gal, just like find a new job, or did you just get lazy? Like, no DH in Diamond Dynasty? It's just more laziness, right? Are you guys resting on your laurels now? Clearly, you're not doing, like, you're still doing work, right? We're bringing co-op. Previous year's Stadium Editor was phenomenal. That's one of the best things ever brought to a sports game. But, like, it still feels like there's small things that you're missing out of these Diamond Dynasty. It feels like that staff just isn't doing a good enough job with some of the things that we really want out of the game. So I know a lot of people are being angry, like, oh, you're so negative. It's such a good game. What are you talking about? But, like, it's still good. Don't get me wrong. I said this all last year. Obviously, there's nothing, it's not perfect. Nothing's ever perfect in life. But, and we need to let them know that, hey, come on, more legends, more of this stuff. You're getting rid of some of the most popular programs, the grinds. Please don't. Okay? So, otherwise, like, Diamond Dynasty, they saved the event lineups, right? They saved the event lineups. That's a huge W. Some of the progress, face of the franchise to get XP with certain players it's nice changes, not crazy. Online co-ops got no rewards to start. Battle Royale really hasn't changed very much. Some minor changes. It's cool. They gave you some better like draft rounds to get the guys that are in the Battle Royale program, which should really help out with the BR missions. You see, that's not like the BR draft that I was looking at, but like here are the flawless rewards. Very cool. We get Pedro right away. Andrew Miller's always a pretty decent reliever. I forgot his Chipper Jones will be very popular. Jason Bay is gonna be kind of cool for the Pirates outfield for myself. Here is ranked seasons. The rewards on their way. We'll look at all these, cards as we see their attributes. They're not out yet. We got that Dontrell Willis is cool. Cal Ripken. I don't like Cal Ripken's stream. Jose Posada is a really great catcher, especially early game. So Willis and Posada. I'll probably take. I don't know, Willis is new. Maybe I will take Willis because he's new, but Posada's always so reliable behind there. I actually don't know, like, All the cards, yeah, Battle Royale ranked seasons. Here it is. Here are the events. They talked about saving the event lineup. It's really cool getting 87 and a Nolan Ryan right away too. So like the just by grinding the game, if you're good at it, right? If you're bad at the game, this stuff you're gonna have to bite off the block, so it won't be really cheap because generally all those rewards, especially like 12 and 0, is kind of expensive, especially early on before people earn the program. But yeah, kind of cool pieces to the puzzle right away. 5 full events in April. Like, here's the thing: these are big W's. These are still cool. It's still cool work they're putting out here. It's just some of the changes that we have seen. Some of this is just standard stuff again, and it's good to not see it change because like the game itself is fundamentally sound. The things that they do on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis, the schedule, the communication with that is awesome, right? It's just great. Here's a live series collection they're going over. Ray Durham, switch hitting second baseman, a decent contact, not great power, but he's got good speed there for the middle infield. So they went over a few of these things. Dallas, Edgar Martinez is only 85 this year, which is really strange. Last year, I think is like, was it a BR card or was it a World Series card? It was like a 90. So an 85, seeing that kind of sucks. Raleigh's 82. It'll be all right depending on what the movement of his sinker looks like and what other pitchers they give on his 82. Frank Thomas is, okay. I talked about him. Here are his attributes. He's fine. He's whatever. It's just, I don't know, boring. Here are the Chase Utley, Kenley Jansen, Prince Fielder for Roberto Clemente. So Prince being a 92. We saw that card last year. A lot of the same cards we got. Chase Utley looks new, though. He should be best second baseman in the game right away. Jansen should be a nice closer. Depends if they give him a sinker or not. I think he'll have that cutter, fastball. Really depends on if he gets that sinker. Frank Thomas, Clemente, there you go. Randy Johnson, there are his stats. High end K per 9, pretty awesome. He's crazy. I think it's Slurve playing off the faster slider and the slower Slurve. It'll be a major problem, especially he's got Outlier too. So Outlier should be a kind of crazy thing. They do show him out there. Oops, warming up. Sorry, I hit the wrong way. Kind of a weird motion. It looks a little different than Randy Johnson that I remember, but maybe I'm just remembering wrong. Yeah, it looks like it's like more 3/4. Wasn't he like sidearm? It's weird that they wouldn't get that correct, right? It's weird. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. I thought he was more from the side than over the top. Let's watch this again. Let's watch this. Yeah, I feel like that's like 3/4. Huh. All right, anyways, moving forward. Discovered players. There's an Ohtani. There's a pack store, obviously. Nobody's really interested in pack store right away. What are the changes, though? I want to talk about... they revamped quick selling. That's a pretty big deal. No inning bosses, no team affinity, most progression linked to FP. I don't know if it's going to be more pay to win. There'll still be ways of making coins off the market, obviously, because their market's the best market in all sports games. But let's go ahead and talk about... where is it? I actually don't remember. It's like... Was it in here? No. It was in here. Oh, there it is. There it is. I just had it. Oh, shoot. Esports don't care about. Maybe I passed it. There it is. All right. So if you remember last year where we used to upgrade golds at 1,000 stubs, and they've hit diamond with the 5,000 stubs, they've nerfed that a little bit. 84 is going to 85s will now double your stubs, which is still nice. I mean, doubling your stubs is nice, but dude, quintupling it though, that was a little nicer. But if you go from if you get like, I've seen some 81s go all the way up to 85, so you still get that same 5 times if you guess correctly on 81 skyrocketing. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, like, you get some more if they get up to 88, 89, 90. But it takes a lot longer. It takes months to get there. So instead of getting like 5,000 stubs at 85, they nerfed it to 88, or between 87 and 88, which it's an obvious nerf, right? You now get less value for the cards that you have, except for like 83s, 84s, 88s, and up. So, I mean, like, it's a trade-off. We'll see how it plays off, right? It's not all negative since some the higher overalls are now valued more. But it definitely is a little bit of a nerf to 84 to 85s. But investments themselves should still bring you some value and bring you a lot of coins if you're right, and if they go up, especially if they go up from like the 70s, like they used to, right, from 100, from 79 to 80. Go from 150 to 400 now instead of 150 to 1,000. But really, if 79s were on the verge, they were really buying for like 700, 800, 900 anyways. So if people are buying them for like 300, if they're buying them for more, if they're running 79s more than 400, it kills that. They need to upgrade to like 83 if they're buying the 79s for the same amount they did last year. So we'll see. It's going to be new market dynamics. Sorry, I'll stop rambling. But overall, I feel like that's like a slight downgrade. That's a slight one. I don't like it. It's a slight downgrade, but we'll see how it plays out. I'm hopeful. It should still be a fun year. I'm still excited. But I just wanted to make my concerns felt before the year goes into effect. I'm sure we'll all be blinded by the light here in a couple hours. Enjoy MLB. Thanks for watching Call to Action. I'll see you tomorrow.